Don't hold back. Order whatever you want. We see each other almost every day, but it's been so long since we've had a chance to relax. Things have been quite chaotic after Lord Sun Quan took command. We should celebrate our efforts. Forgive me. I seem to have led you to believe that serving under our new master has been a burden. Lord Sun Quan is clearly worthy of his position. I have never doubted that. Of course, Lord Sun Sua was an extraordinary man. His bravery and his compassion were second to none. But I see Lord Sun Quan the same way. His steadfast mind and ability to focus on the path ahead will prove to be unparalleled assets. You do? Then my feelings have not clouded my judgment. Lord Sun Quan will be everything we have come to expect from a commander. I can tell by just looking at him. That's what makes me want to dedicate myself to his cause. And if necessary, offer my life to protect him. I think Lord Sun Sua looked at all of us this way. With a look of expectation and trust, like that given to family. It may sound disrespectful, but Lord Sun Quan is more like family to me than a master. I can even think of him as my younger brother. You find it strange? Well, for what it's worth, I feel the same about you. You, the officers, everyone in Wu, you are all irreplaceable family to me now. You can even call me brother if you want to. How about it? It has a great ring to it. Now I have family to rely on. Maybe we should become sworn brothers to seal the deal. Well, tomorrow is another busy day. Eat and drink to your heart's content. We will need our strength. And let's stay together from now on. Together, we will secure the future of the Sun family. Our family.
Ah. Great timing. Would you mind talking with me for a moment? You might have already heard, but recently Wu has been gathering new talents. The main reason for this is that we have a new leader and need to ensure our stability. So, I think I'll need to step up. I have a debt to Lord Sun Quan, and I intend to repay it through hard work. I guess I haven't told you. Well, let me explain. When I first started serving the Sun family, I had hardly read anything in my life. Honestly, back then, there were too many things I didn't understand. I was loyal to Wu, but was only able to show it by rampaging across the battlefield. I lacked any kind of wisdom. And one day, I thoughtlessly pursued an enemy too far and ended up wounded. And the first person who scolded me afterward was Lord Sun Quan. He told me that meaningless injury and sacrifice don't amount to loyalty. That I should keep an eye on my surroundings and think about what must be done. I can still remember what he said word for word. He also recommended that I take up studying. That way, I would no longer be unlearned Hmong of Wu, and could instead serve as a distinguished officer who doesn't rely solely on might. I'm only here thanks to Lord Sun Quan, so I vowed to support him using everything I've learned. Or, that's my hope. So far, I'm neither smart enough nor strong enough. My goal is still so far away, meaning I haven't a moment to lose. I'm sorry I spoke for so long. I appreciate you sharing your time. However, this has helped me restore my focus. Thank you. It's strange. When I see those eyes of yours, like a dawn sky, I can't help but share my deepest thoughts. I wonder, if I keep on studying, will I be able to figure out why that is?
It's been some time since we lost Lord Sun Tzu. Looking back on those days, I barely ever had time to catch my breath. I lost the leader I entrusted with my dream, and I didn't even have time to fall into despair about his death. But the flames of hope still burn within my heart. That dream hasn't completely disappeared yet. Yes, those are my true feelings. I'm a bit inexperienced with this, so you must forgive me. At some point, this dream of mine shifted into one I share with you, with everyone. That being said, if we're to actually realize this dream, we must begin by seeing the facts as they are. And with that, let's move to our topic of discussion today. Wu remains unstable. The work of those serving the kingdom is to reinforce its foundation. But the mountain of threats surrounding it cannot be ignored. Our citizens already have their hands full. Why don't we focus on what's outside our borders? I knew you'd understand. Then let's speak in earnest. More than anyone else, it's Cao Cao we must be wary of. If we don't take proper precautions, this kingdom will eventually be devoured. One plan would be to divide the land in two with Cao Cao and fiercely protect our territory. However, whether we do so through negotiation or by force, the first thing we'll need is allies. Capable ones who are able to contend with Cao Cao. Ah, just as I thought. A friend with keen and discerning insight. How dependable. So, tell me about your experiences. I'd like to hear about the great warriors you have faced and befriended. This evening's Strategy Council meeting has only just begun.
Do you remember that day, when I came to you unannounced to ask you to take the future of the Sun Clan into your hands? I see. I suppose it would be too selfish of me to ask you to forget it. I must admit that at the time I had lost all sense of dignity. Just when I thought I had seen enough battles to be able to pick out a novice by the way his weapon shakes in his hands, there I was. I had assumed that there was no youth left in this haggard body, but in that moment, I glimpsed it well. And how do you feel about all of this? Everything that's happened since joining us in service of the Sun family? Then I will make no apologies. If it brought you to our side, then even bowing my head to you was well worth the effort. Lord Sun Quan has succeeded Lord Sun Ca as the head of the Sun family. I do not doubt the talents of Lord Sun Quan, even though he has become a leader at such a young age. Truth be told, he has attracted many new talented people to his side. With such a momentum, they are sure to become a nigh unstoppable force to be reckoned with across the land. My role in this is to keep Lord Sun Quan and his young acolytes from letting all that power go to their heads. We cannot let a tragedy like the one that befell Lord Sunsa happen again. And I care not if people say I'm out to spoil the mood. I will carry out my duty. You're going to be there watching me give the youngsters a hard time with my veins popping out of my head. You'd enjoy that, I'm sure. I have my principles, so I care not one bit what the young ones think about me. But I must also admit that having someone to talk to like this brings me great comfort. And I wouldn't want to get that from anyone but you. These quiet moments we have together are what keep me going. It is my hope that you feel the same.
Louis Meng, you have grown to be one of the pillars of Wu. You were even at the center of our earlier meeting with the officers.
Lord Sun Quan, I am undeserving of such words.
Accept them, for I know this to be true. I will.
Are you hiding back there? Please, come out and talk with me. Well, it's just as you heard. I think my wish to support Lord Sun Quan is now becoming a reality. But being praised by him directly, I could feel the unlearned Hmong in me being flabbergasted. Well, if you say so, then I'll try to be happier next time. But it doesn't mean I can just sit back. Our Lord still faces a veritable mountain of problems. I will continue to serve him with everything I have, but there may be times I come to you for help. I'm sure I can count on you. After all, you are a guardian of peace. Lord Zhou Yu told me. He seems to know a lot about you. By building knowledge and fostering connections wherever we go, we can get a glimpse into the hidden parts of history. That is another benefit of learning. And it's not a bad feeling to know the secret of my role model. Anyway, my efforts have led me here, and that gives me the confidence to continue striving forward. Of course, I needn't be told. I will never stop learning and never stop improving. I will keep going until I see those eyes like the dawn widen in surprise. So all I ask is that you continue watching me.
I have heard you all. Your dreams for the kingdom of Wu and your regrets at the loss of my father. Your thoughts on these matters have convinced me to mount this attack. In fact, they have made me believe that an attack is absolutely necessary.
But we haven't even established peace within our own borders yet. Obsessing over revenge while ignoring the unrest brewing in our own kingdom will bring nothing but needless bloodshed.
Of course, I do not intend to ignore our domestic affairs, which is why I will be leaving some of our most reliable officers here in Wu. Chengpu, Handong, and Huanggai. Make good use of Tai Shi Tzu, Zhou Tai, and their men to guard the kingdom. It pains me not to bring you into battle against Huangzu, given that you've served since my father's day.
Lord Sun Quan, do not trouble yourself over our feelings. As your loyal officers, fulfilling our duty to you is our only desire.
You've made this decision based on your trust in our abilities. That makes it much harder to reject your request.
Forgive me. I know I ask too much of all of you. Please take good care of everyone while we are away.
At last, our battle with Huangzu is nigh. As I am sure you are aware, he is responsible for Lord Sun Jian's death. You could say that he is the sworn enemy of the House of Sun. Not even the renowned Sun Ce was able to slay him. You should be wary of the dangers this battle presents. My apologies for the needless reminder. There are rumors going around lately that he has managed to recruit a hero renowned in Jing. I believe his name was Gan Ning. This battle is, in essence, a fight to bring unity to the Sun clan. I do not want any of us to die needlessly. I will do everything in my power to prevent that, of course, but I want you to keep a close eye on everyone as well. Let's begin. Now then.
As you wish.
Yes.
I'm grateful.
Aye. My wisdom. Don't let me down now. Huangzu killed my father and stood against my brother. But this time, we will make him pay for what he has done. I want all our forces to capture enemy bases on the way to the stronghold. Your foe is a fierce one. Remain ever vigilant.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Ling Tong, are you ready? Remember the plan. We're going after Huangzu before our main force clashes with the enemy.
I am ready, Father. It is an honor to be entrusted with a task so important to Wu. I can't wait to show them what we're made of.
We march at once!
Now, did you really think I would just let you take it? Take that! Bear witness to my power. All my might. Our enemies fell to my incredible might.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Let's go. What's up beneath me? Now. Looking rough.
Try this exercise.
An open. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Over, you hear?
Good. The boat is secure. Onward! We have to fight our way to the enemy's main force.
They're cautiously pushing their front line forward. It seems the tactics of Wu have changed once more. Then we will strike them where they are weak. Focus your attacks on the slower units first. Break them!
Begin advancing.
Oh, I thought it was just going to be us. Well, I'm glad you're here, all the same.
They changed their strategy to counter our formation. Huangzu will certainly be difficult to defeat. They will surely have a plan to defend themselves too. We'll just have to be extra careful as we move forward.
It's a stalemate. We need to find a way to get on top.
We're claiming this area for ourselves!
Prepare yourself, Huangzu. The fangs of Wu are snapping at your throat.
What the? Where did they come from?
He's clever. He's reached me quickly.
Come at me!
I need to buy myself some time. I will retreat. They're all yours. This appears to be as far as we go. Where Where did I go wrong? Things don't look too good.
You coward! I will slay here and now!
Not so fast.
This territory,
The only
enemy
one
officer
worth fighting here
has been defeated.
me.
Take this!
You're pretty good.
Take this!
I won't hold back now. Might end up killing me if I do.
He's too powerful! Take this!
Tongue.
You must flee!
Begin the advance. All units, march! Begin the advance!
Blood is boiling.
Father!
Bring him down.
Father!
Bear witness.
Pay for this. Swear it. Slay you. Where you stand.
Comes that!
So you're his son. If you want your revenge, come and get it. Being hated comes with the territory.
We're not about to let the Sun clan lay waste to Jing. Come on! Our target is Sun Dread! Begin the advance!
Reporting! Lord Ling Cao has fallen in battle! Huang Zu has fled! What? That underestimated. Even though I knew how fierce Huang Zu could be. But if we turn back now, the enemy will attack us from behind. We must bring down their officers and finish this fight here and now!
I lost.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
I don't think I ruffled quite enough feathers, but at least I slowed them down. Look alive, you louts! We're getting out of here!
I had no idea Huang Zu had such a mighty officer under his command. We must regroup and pursue Huang Zu!
Reporting! Urgent news from headquarters! Shan-Yue uprisings are erupting across the land! Your presence is desperately needed, my lord!
Now!
It's just as I feared. It's a shame for us to lose this chance. But needs must. Return to base!
Take this!
It fills my heart with shame, but we have no choice. We're taking our troops home. Prepare for an immediate retreat!
Sir!
Lord Sun Quan, please wait! We can't pull our troops out now! We're here to slay Huang Zu. We have not yet accomplished that. If you leave now, your father's death will have been in vain!
No. As the leader of the House of Sun, I cannot allow the rebellion of Shan-Yue to go on.
But I still haven't slain my father's killer. Lord Sun Quan, are you not also fighting to avenge your father's death?
Yes, I am. I despise Huang Zu. My hatred for him is just as strong as the rage you feel for the one who killed your father. And yet, remember what we have come here to accomplish. What would my father, my brother, and Ling Cao really ask of us? Should we relentlessly pursue their killers in a fit of rage? Only to return home to find the kingdom of Wu overrun by the Shan-Yue?
That isn't...
How could I ever face my father or my brother if I allowed such a thing to happen? We will withdraw for now, Ling Tong. I know someone as clever as you can see the wisdom in that.
Father...
Our officers are limiting their ability to mobilize, but there are still uprisings all across the kingdom. They seem to be centered around
It seems that leaving the kingdom in your hands in anticipation of such a calamity was an excellent decision on my part. To stop this chaos from spreading any further, we must eliminate the Shan Yue. I am counting on all of you.
I am at your command.
I'd like to agree with your judgment here. But are you sure this is the right decision, Lord Sun Quan? I guess, if there ever was a time to speak my mind, it's right now. Driving out the Shan Yue won't bring an end to the fighting.
What do you mean, Huanggai?
During the reign of Lord Sun Sa, I was tasked with negotiating with the Shan Yue. I spoke with them directly, and we even drank together as friends. Lord Sun Quan, if you tried to get to know them better, you would understand. The Shan Yue are just like the people of Wu at heart. They live just as we do. They love their families in the same way. And like us, they will pick up weapons to protect their homeland. And right now, you're trying to suppress them by force and threatening to take away all that they love. I don't think you will ever be able to bring a true end to the Shan Yue uprisings with that approach.
Some of what you say does ring true, but whatever the circumstances, they have come to attack Wu and are therefore not worthy of mercy. They are a threat to our kingdom.
Tell us, Lord Huanggai, what exactly would you have us do? Are we to hand over all of the territory conquered by our previous leaders? I don't think any of us would find that even remotely acceptable.
I will take some time to consider our approach to dealing with the Shan Yue. But whatever we ultimately do, we cannot ignore those who have become victims of this conflict through no fault of their own. If only for their sake, we should prepare to establish our presence on the battlefield.
Oh, it's you. I'm perfectly fine, before you ask. I'm sorry. I know you're just looking out for me. But I'm getting really tired of people asking. After what happened to Father, and then letting that bastard Gan Ning get away. Everyone just keeps telling me to rest and mourn. But it's not like I can gain any sense of closure after everything that happened. What makes it worse is that I could have stopped it had I been stronger. I mean, if I had your gift for reading the flow of battle, then please, I have to ask before things get any worse. Will you train me? My father respected you. I know you can help me better myself. No preamble, huh? But I was hoping you'd say something like that. I'd love to get started right away, but I need to say one thing before we do. It is truly a great relief that you are here with me now. I've come to rely on you more than I had first thought. I hope you'll stay with me. And then perhaps this little fledgling will manage to drag himself out of the mud. Somehow I feel that with you beside me, it isn't so far-fetched that one day I will take flight.
I heard Lord Huanggai raised objections against fighting the Shan Yue. He even had a bit of an argument with Lord Zhou Yu earlier. Why would he ever even think such a thing, let alone say it out loud?
Who knows? In my opinion, there was no reason to give up our chance to kill Huan Zu if we weren't even going to fight this battle on our own land. But Lord Huanggai has long served the Sun clan. I don't think he would suggest such a thing based on emotion alone.
I really want to believe that, but there are many strange rumors going around about Lord Huanggai. Some of them even go back to the days of Lord Sun Jian.
Rumors?
Yeah, like the one about how he isn't satisfied serving the House of Sun. Or the one about him being with Lord Sun Jian, when he passed.
Lord Huchi, you would do well not to speak so carelessly. But if those rumors are really spreading among our ranks, I think it might be worth reporting them to Louis Meng and the others.
The people of Wu have spent a long time risking their lives to protect the innocent from Shan Yue's aggression. And after all that, they are suddenly told to treat them as equals. It is only natural that such strange rumors would spread among them.
That may be the case, but it doesn't mean Huang Gai intended to cause harm with his suggestion.
For my part, there is much in Huang Gai's plan regarding the Shan Yue that I cannot agree with. But it is not prudent for everyone to fawn over the opinion of a single man. Someone must speak out as he did for there to be a proper discussion.
But won't letting these rumors spread among our ranks affect the morale of our soldiers? After all, we even had to give up our defeating Huan Zu, only to find ourselves waiting around back in Wu.
What are your thoughts on the matter? We are all finding Lord Huang Gai's idea very difficult to accept. Even so, his bond with the Shan Yue runs very deep, possibly much deeper than you could imagine. They have been our enemy on the battlefield. Half measures will not be enough to bring about peace.
We have a duty to offer our Lord our opinions so that he can make better judgments. If you still take issue with Huang Gai's stance, even after taking that into account, go and debate him one-on-one.
Right. I'm sure Lord Suan Chuen himself would prefer an open and honest approach in this situation.
There's been no end to the arguing, has there? You seem tired out by it as well.
The simple fact is that there are now many more people in Wu. It's inevitable that disagreements will arise. Debating what's right will not provide any answers, because what is right depends entirely upon each individual's beliefs. However, a ruler must possess the ability to unite those ideas about what is right into a single force. This has made things several degrees more difficult for Lord Sun Quan, and for us who assist him, compared to the days of Sun Ce's rule.
I know. I get worried sometimes. Worried that our kingdom might crumble from infighting. I believe in Chuen and every one of you, of course. It's just that we seem to have become so disunited. I wonder, what would Father and Suo have done?
The living cannot speak for the dead. But if one were to imagine what their approach would have been, they might not have done anything, and just watched.
Done nothing?
Sometimes, after a clash of opinions between many different people, a new solution to the problem becomes evident. That was something both Lord Sun Jian and Sun Ce knew well, and that is why I don't feel concerned. In fact, Lord Sun Quan's approach may be even better at building a consensus than that of his predecessors. As one of Wu's strategists, it is my duty to believe in him, and also in myself, so that we may devise ways to win any battle.
My brothers have been truly lucky to have had you as their advisor, Zhou Yu. I know it is way past due, but please allow me to thank you.
You give me too much credit, Princess. I'm here because I chose to be by their side. Let's begin. Now then.
No.
Right.
Yes.
One guy, heading out.
Don't let me down now. There's still so much unrest in these lands. We cannot avert our eyes from the truth. We must also quell the rebellion. If we want to discover what kind of kingdom Ooh should become. Take this!
The enemy officer advance is essential to our cause. Onward, everyone!
We march at once! No matter how many times they knock us down, we will always rise again! Now, for this very land is our foundations!
Take that! Our kingdom cannot exist if we fail to win the hearts of the Shan Yue. Unification of the land cannot be achieved by force alone, after all. People of Shan Yue, please lay down your weapon. I wish for there to be no more bloodshed between us. I, Wang Gai, show you that all your basic needs shall be met. The leader of Wu has also agreed to this arrangement. So, please.
You kneel and lower your head before us? You are as noble as they say, Lord Huangai. We will hear your offer.
Some of them are still willing to listen to reason. Do everything they can to reach them.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
We seem to have recovered. Even so, the next steps will be crucial.
Now!
All my might! Another one falls behind me. I know how to get the job done. Looking rough.
Take this! Failure! The enemy officer has been defeated.
Looking rough.
Let's go.
The garrison seems to be drawing enemies towards it. We can pick them off here. Begin the advance.
All my might. Now! Nobody! Take that!
Watch the master at work.
Easy on me. This territory. So you're the Lord Huang Gai I've been hearing about.
Honorable chieftain of the proud mountain people, heed my plea. I wish to put an end to the war between your people and Wu. This is the extent of my influence. I haven't gained the trust of the other chieftains yet.
Reporting! Enemy forces are advancing on our position from the south!
I suppose we should consider ourselves lucky that we saw them coming. Very well. Prepare an ambush to strike them just as they arrive.
All my might!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Lord Huang Gai has convinced the Shan Yue soldiers to leave. He has truly won their hearts. But his actions were reckless. I'll have to remind him to be more careful later.
We made it! Now it's our turn to join the fray!
March forward! The enemy officer
An ambush
has
here?
been defeated.
Still, I cannot allow myself to be distracted from my task.
The battle is more intense than I anticipated. Continue to fight without complaint.
The enemy officer has been defeated. am I getting cornered? Seriously?
The enemy officer has been defeated.
Needing to come to my aid. I guess it's an acceptable situation.
Things are proceeding well. Keep it up.
Good. You made it in time. We'll ambush them right here.
There we go!
Exquisite. Exceptional. You're a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms.
This territory. The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
We cannot go on then. I leave the rest in your hands.
Get it? Charge! This land belongs to us! Break down the
enemy officer has been defeated.
Begin advancing! Many of our allies have rushed to our aid. Now is the time to strike! Move forward!
The enemy officer has been defeated.
My strength is not enough.
With all my might. Right where we want them. Go now! Attack! Make them wish they had never come here!
What? An ambush? Knew we were coming? Guard! Bear witness to my power. All my might. Situation.
The enemy officer has been defeated. Let's go.
Forgive me. I must retreat for now.
That an officer? You must be kidding!
This officer bows before the might of the Sun family.
Let's get serious.
That an officer? You must be kidding! Let's go.
Now. Take that.
Impressive, as always.
The enemy officer
There's a lot I
has been
can learn
defeated.
from you.
The enemy officer has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Infested.
The enemy officer has been defeated.
The end of the rebellion is in
The
sight.
enemy officer
Everyone,
has been defeated.
keep fighting through to the end.
You are indeed a true warrior of the Three Kingdoms. You have a gleam to you
The enemy
that
officer
others do not.
has been defeated. The enemy officer has been defeated.
Mountain dwellers of old, do not perish in vain. Flee now. Leave the rest of this battle to me.
Let's go.
It's become foggy here. March cautiously, everyone.
The loss of Sunsa has not deterred you from your quest to rule by force. So be it. I will eliminate another leader of Wu.
I've lost sight of the others. This fog is very strange. No good can come of this.
Fog has been a harbinger of misfortune throughout the Sun family's history. We need to do something.
Bring him down.
This territory is ours.
We have no equals!
There you are, Zuluan. You're hellbent on standing in my way, aren't you? Then, better ready. You'd best be prepared to fight. This is our destiny as guardians of peace! You thought Sunsa would rise to greatness, but now he is dead. So why do you continue to fight for Wu? Are you merely clinging to the strongest leader you can, trading your free will for the right to oppress the weak? Is that the path you've chosen? You are no different than the vermin who destroyed our home! This my last... Why don't you remember? How can you? Do you mean to kill me, Zuluan? It would be a fitting end. But first, there's one thing I never could understand. After this, I will ask nothing more. So tell me, with the little conqueror slain, Wu has lost all of its heroes. Those left are no longer capable of heroism. They simply wield their strength as their lord commands. In spite of this, you follow the path of Wu. For what, and for whom, do you fight? So you believe that Sun Quan can unite the world in peace? Do you really think he has what it takes to achieve such a feat? We've always lived as dogs on the leash of tyranny, forced to partake in slaughter after slaughter for what is said to be some great cause. The screams of those who fell at our hands, the grief of the villagers. Surely even you have heard the pain we left in our wake. And yet, you still shamelessly cling to the powers that bind you. I have nothing left to say to you. Hurry up and kill me.
No, do not kill him.
Sun Quan.
It's just as you say. There are no heroes in Wu. I'll never be anywhere near as great as my father and brother. And on my own, I'd be lucky to be able to protect myself, let alone bring prosperity to an entire kingdom under my rule. However, I am not alone. I'm surrounded by people of wisdom and bravery, and I know that together, we can accomplish anything. This might seem like a ploy to win you over, but all who reside in our kingdom support each other as a family. And together, we will be a force for good, bringing peace to our world. That is my dream for the future of U.
You dare say such things after how brutally you crushed the Shan Yue. You are arrogant beyond redemption.
Yes, I suspected you might say as much. Bai Luan, was it? Just watch and you'll see. I will make every last member of the Shan Yue, and even you, into heroes who fight for peace.
You've allowed me into your leader's tent without restraints? What are you thinking? Hurry up and kill us. You needn't spare anyone. I would rather even our children be put to death than raised under the oppression of U.
Oppression? I do not intend to oppress anybody.
Even if that is true, you have defeated us and are trying to control us through force. That is a fact. There can be no lasting peace between your people and mine. We are too different to coexist in the same territory.
According to who? Is that meant to be self-evident? Or do you claim it based on historical precedent? Either way, that goes against my wishes.
Your wishes?
What I wish for is a kingdom where all those who live in Jiangdong respect and help one another. I do not intend to force anything upon the Shan Yue, so long as you do not point your blades at us. In fact, I want to learn from your wisdom. We do not know how to survive in the wilderness as you do.
How self-centered. You can speak of ideals all you like, but there are many whose anger will not be placated.
I am willing to bear the brunt of all their discontent. For all my other failings as a leader, I can at least do that. Let's end this strife between the Shan Yue and U. Starting today, we shall be one, living alongside and helping one another.
Your desire for peace appears to be genuine.
It is. And you should know that once I form an agreement, I ensure it is honored. There will be no chance to withdraw.
Not so weak-willed after all. Now, you have me curious about this U you dream of. But if you ever make another attempt to oppress us...
I am aware. I will do everything I can to maintain your trust.
In striving for peace, anyone from a lord to a peasant may be called a hero. He has forged alliances not only with his clan's bitter foes of old, the Shan Yue, but even with me. It's impressive, I admit. That's Sun Quan. He's an interesting man. More capable than I thought he might be, at least. I am not yet convinced, but I admit that I have taken a keen interest in him. When you decided to place your faith in the hero of the Sun clan, I thought for sure you were mistaken. But in spite of everything you forgot, I suppose your memories of Juha were enough to guide you down the right path. I did? That seems doubtful. Zuluan, you must use your unique skills to help your lord and save all those who were suffering amidst the chaos. If Sun Quan ever errs in his ways, correct them. If you fail to do so, I shall do my duty as a guardian of peace and punish you both. I will not walk alongside you. After all, Is it not the role of a guardian of peace to keep watch over the powerful from the shadows and ensure that they do not go astray?
Those who have been long divided must unite, while those who have been long united must diverge. Thus has it always been for empires and their people alike. Guardian of peace, the time has come to part ways. One will champion heroes, striving to bring peace to the world. The other will lurk in the shadows, keeping the heroes true to their path. That is the new way of the Guardians of Peace. And thus shall our purpose be fulfilled. This is the last time I appear before you. Well, it is said that the founders of our order were mystical beings. That they had the faces of children, with hair as white as snow, and eyes as blue as the surface of a frozen lake, and that no number of years could ever age them. Zuluan, you must go now. Let your eyes guide you along your true path, and carry all that has been entrusted to you.
I hear many of the Shan Yue have surrendered to Wu, and it appears things have remained peaceful.
Surprising, given how deep their animosity was. Is this a testament to Lord Suan Chuen's skills, or...
He only agreed to peace because, in a fit of temper, I suggested I'd have no part in a war against them.
You call that a fit? But looking back on Lord Sun Quan's words, I feel that this may have been the right choice.
Hold on, there's one thing I need to say before we end the conversation. Huang Gai, don't you think you've been stealing all the attention lately?
That may be so, but it seems that this time I've stood out in a negative way. My words and actions have created a rift in the kingdom, and I must accept responsibility for that. Even so, I don't intend to stop voicing my opinions, because that type of open discussion is what we should strive to achieve in Wu. If for some reason my voice is ever silenced, then...
Hey, stop with that nonsense, Huang Gai. Remember, what must you do above all else? Lord Sun Quan has entrusted you with governing Shan-Yue. That's a major task you ought to focus on.
Right. Stop being so gloomy about everything, or you'll make Zhou Yu irritable again. Although, I suppose I can't talk. I've been pretty negative myself.
You're right. I have duties I ought to be focusing on before anything else.